podcast. We need some help. We need our fuel. You know, I was just drinking Maker's Mark. I could be drinking Maui, so hit us up.
So Enzo, how'd you come to meet John? How'd you come to be in the From Zero to Hero? Tell us your story, man. Where are you coming from?
Well, I'm actually coming from Rancho Cucamonga, and basically, we started From Zero to Hero. Me and my boy Clay. We've been friends for better part over a decade.
Yeah,
and we were in prior bands. He was in T for P. I was in a band called Sherry Way. And, we both skated and did all that good stuff. And we're like, dude, we need to bring the sound, we want to do some stuff like a Day to Remember, Hawthorne Heights, stuff like that. So we agreed one day, if both our entities failed, we'll just, make something magical happen.
Sure.
And it happened. So it's been about almost 3 years. And, we're from Rancho Cucamonga. We grinded it out, and we basically put like 10 years worth of work into 3 years, crammed it in. And that's where we came and met up with Mr. Safari here.
Yep.
And I've always been trying to, get some shows with Orange County Music League or whatnot. So I constantly submitted emails. And I don't know, but
You finally tried hard enough.
Yeah, so finally,
He asked you out to the prom.
Yeah, so
on one condition.
Yeah.
You have to buy my dress.
It was red.
Got the corsage and everything. Huh? Did he pin it on you?
Yeah.
Did he touch your boobie?
Yeah, I was so gentle.
Not all he touched.
Nah, so basically,
That's a little taste of the OCML podcast. It gets pretty gay in there.
It's okay. One love, guys.
Consistency.
One love. Yeah. So,
man.
So basically, in a nutshell, man, we paid our dues, through grinding out, doing shows or whatnot, and
long story short,
Yeah.
he sent me an email for the fourth time.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what you got to fucking do because
we actually
shit's busy.
We actually sent our one page. It was all freaking organized, and then we sent a couple of our music videos. He actually one of the music videos caught his eye, and he's like, "Okay, cool, you can play this show over at House of Blues."
Very cool.
So we went and played it, and we killed that shit, and then it's been history ever since, and we've just been grinding it out. We just got done playing with Power Man over at the Navajo Nation. Which was pretty rad. That was a
Power
good
Man.
festival.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, bro.
One of the early bands that when I was growing up, I was super into, man.
We're playing
Exactly.
with them again in September.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
Yeah, we're playing with them in Mushroom Head, so you should come check it out. 1720 over in LA, dude.
Dope.
That is
Yeah.
dope.
That is going to be a great show.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaking rad. And we got a couple other events
Fucking
coming
Mushroom
Can't
Head.
really talk about them yet, but
but yeah, just
that's why I'm the manager. Shut up.
just know we can
Follow themusicleague.com
Yeah.
and you'll see everything. Or if you want to follow the band, which you should also do, you can go to z2hofficial.com.
Zero to Hero. Is that right?
Yeah, from
from
zero
zero-
to
from
number
zero to
2.
hero.
Don't forget put the number 2 because a lot of people mistake putting TO.
Zero, the number 2, Hero. We should
Yeah.
really start including links on a podcast website. Do we have a website yet, Josie? Not yet. We're still working on that. But when it comes
Yeah,
out,
man.
we'll probably include links to a lot of this stuff for each episode. But yeah, Z2H, Zero to Hero, Orange County Music League, the Music League.
Yeah, everywhere that they're at is Z2H official. So
Yeah, we got the www.z2hofficial.com.
I'm gonna flip the script here. And,
Yeah, man.
What inspired this show?
It was the Foos idea. The guy who hasn't said a thing.
Yeah.
in a minute.
Oddly enough.
Well, me and the Foo, we've known each other for a very, very long time.
Yes.
He was my best man at my wedding. We worked together in 2 different companies. Went to the same college. That's when we found out that who each other. We went to parties and we saw each other. We're like, dude, I'm saying way
We're
too
just
much of you.
like one of those, hey, see that guy over there?
Hey,
Hey, and then he had weed on him, and it was fucking
history.
It was
Match
fucking
made in heaven.
history, dude. So we're always smoking it out and just talking all kinds of shit. Where we're just it just becomes a fucking punching knockout fight of just I said something shitty to him, he tries to one up it, and we're like, dude, we should record this.
The long story short, I guess, right?
Yeah. Long story short.
Dude,
Story short.
I've been saying fucking for 10 years I need to just record everything, and I finally started fucking doing it. And
Why do people say long story short?
They're not making it short.
That was a long story long, sir.
Yeah, so that's how it came about, and I'm just like, well, shit. And for was it my birthday, Christmas? You got me a couple of microphones, and I'm like, oh, this guy's serious.
Well, I did get him on a discounted website on Wish, so I was just like, this is good enough.
Yeah, and I was gonna use them, and up until I reconnected with David, which we used to work together back in the day, even
So they
further
really
back.
they really
So
put the jumper cables on the fucking battery.
yeah, and
I thought you were doing like they whack each other off. Thing.
I think
Well, they
No,
do that
man.
too, but I didn't want to put them on blast.
I mean, I think we brought the battery too.
Yeah,
and the jumper
I would
cables.
say
That makes sense.
I would say that teaming up with David was definitely the catalyst to actually doing something about it and getting a mixer, hooking up our Macs, getting some microphones, being in this fucking room right now. It wouldn't have happened if it didn't start with the Foo buying those stupid cheap mics. But me actually thinking, oh shit, this guy's serious. Yeah, why not? And then and fucking here we are, man. And the love for music that I have, David has, the
Which
absence,
is really what I wanted them to do to expand their musical platform, because
The
that's what they're
absence of-
good at. So
And this guy knows sports, and I don't know anything about sports. So
This guy knows sports. I only know hockey.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
at least you know something compared to this
You know
guy.
what? Man, it's crazy, man. Because like I barely know hockey, and I just won my first hockey league. And
No
my
shit.
fantasy hockey, man. You know what I'm saying?
Fantasy. I thought
Pretty
you were playing
dope,
real
huh?
hockey.
No,
Oh,
no.
bro, man, we can do that shit too, man.
That's
I'm an
cool.
athlete, dog. You know what I'm saying?
If
That's
we
what
put you
do.
on skates, I'd put you through the glass.
Bro, you don't even know my skills, man. I'll pirouette like a motherfucker.
You-
Pirouette, motherfucker.
Hey, look, you played soccer. You've never experienced a hip check before, bro.
Oh, dude, what are you talking about, man? I was undersized forward, bro.
Flip.
Dude, shit, motherfucker. That's your boy.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a water.
sweet man. So well, shit. You what inspired the podcast for you guys?
So it actually came like the opportunity presented itself because of what we do with the homeless, and I started a group with a couple of other individuals called the Artists United to End Homelessness. The beginning of last year. And the last Saturday of every year, there's a event called 100,000 Poets for Change, and it's like a worldwide event where people host events, and it's basically like spoken word to like empower change, all that kind of stuff. They host events, rallies, radio shows. So I went with one of the other co-founders to the LA radio studio at Port Call, and we did this show, and I was just like a guest for 10 minutes or whatever. And then at the end, the producer of the radio studio, Mike Stark, looked at Lee, the guy I went with, and he goes, "Hey, so when are you going to start your podcast here?" And he goes, "Oh, well, I don't know." And I was like, "I'll start a podcast here." And I'm just like, "Meh." And he goes, "Fuck yeah! Like, when do you want to start?" I was like, "How about 2 weeks? I've never done this before, but let's do it." And so we literally have recorded for the past 2 years all but one episode because the producer got really sick at the LA radio studio, and it is all of the original gear from the ABC radio studio in LA. And when
wow.
Disney bought ABC, they gutted the radio program. They were going to throw it all in the dump. And so these guys lost their fucking job, and they took all this shit and went and built their own studio. And they've been on the air for like 8 years in that location. But it's really crazy because like Phil Huey, the Ducks PA announcer, has his own thing there. The drummer from Black Sabbath has his own show there. There's like, we're like the small fish in the pond
yeah.
here, but we're in this network
That's
that we just
dope,
kind of
man.
stumbled upon, and
Yeah.
it helps that they're all music heads, and that we're doing something positive for the artists that they witnessed pay to play start because they're all in their older generation. Half of them are retired, and that's what they do for fun now. Still, just for the love of radio. But sad thing is actually Friday, 29th is the last day in that location. So,
Where you guys
Bullshit,
going to?
man.
if you're, does this come out Friday?
This will come out on
What
Friday.
time?
Yeah. Midnight.
So,
first
like-
thing Friday.
So it'll be up all day Friday.
All day.
Okay, so if you're listening to this early enough on Friday, shit, what do I do? I got too many.
We're passing around
The
some
wax
goodies.
pens, but yeah. Fuck. If you're listening, go to laradiostudio.com and tune in because all of us are going to be on a show together from 1 to 5 closing out the LA radio studio. It's going to be fucking awesome. Like I said, there's a lot of really cool people and a lot of cool content that's been coming out of there. And it's not the end, but they're going to have to relocate for a little while because they're redeveloping the whole waterfront out there in San Pedro. So
I see.
they already knocked everything down, and these guys had like appeal, and they stayed open they're the last thing to go. So we fought the fight, and it's time to close the doors and save the equipment before they bust the building down. Oh, say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, man. Well, shit.
But yeah, check that shit out. 1 to 5 LAradiostudio.com. It's going to be a really cool show. You'll find out about plenty of other cool podcasts and plenty of cool music and other shit that's going on if you do. So you don't want to miss that.
Very cool. Enzo, I want to learn a little bit more about you, man.
What you need to know, bro?
Well, any shows coming up for your band?
Actually, man, tomorrow we have a show over in PBW in downtown Pomona.
That's June 27th for those of you in the future.
So it already happened. If you're listening to this, it already happened. However, where can we find?
We have next Friday or Saturday, July 7th.
July 7th?
At the venue in Grand Terrace. And we have July 4th at 4 p.m. at Gallagher's in Huntington Beach, right across the street from the beach.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yeah, so we're pretty busy. We're also playing the 29th this Friday with our friends at
forgot
All
about that.
Experiment over at MTL in downtown Riverside. But tomorrow's a very special show. One of my work managers, he actually he helped me through a lot of like hard times in my life or whatnot. Helped me reestablish my faith and whole 9 yards. And get my life back on track. When I was going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
He actually, he's a Harley driver, like Harley motorcycle rider. He's a biker, bro. And he actually got, sideswiped by 18-wheeler and ended up losing his leg, bro. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And he's still positive, and like he's still like he fought the fight, and he's still alive and kicking, dude.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like me, my boys, and all the other friends in the band and everything, as well as our friends in Pinup, decide like this is a good man. So we're gonna help and do everything we can to try to help him and his family through his hard times, through his rehabilitation and everything else.
And so for those of you in the future, since this show already happened, there is a GoFundMe that you can search. It's for Sal Torres.
Yeah.
And if you find Zero Day Heroes page, there will be a post up as soon as the event is over for anybody that missed the show that would like to donate.
Yeah, so he's a great dude, and he's actually gonna he's practicing his ministry and doing everything else, and I'm 150% behind that. And again, he's a great dude. His family's great, very supportive people, and
takes a lot to be positive after something like that happens to you.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're here to help, and you know what I mean, and like anybody that wants to help and contribute and like support that cause, it'd be pretty rad and righteous. But we would just like people to show up and like just have a good time. There's pizza, beer, wings, and great music
Bands.
and dope ass bands. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, dude. So that's basically what we got going on, and basically, everything I do is, and one of the reasons why, I personally connected with the OCML and John is, their view on the homeless stance, the vets, people that actually, helped us, keep our liberties and our rights intact, so we could be able to have free speech and be able to like do these podcasts and do these radio shows,
Yeah, dude. Totally.
So, and I'm totally for that. And, that's what our brand is about too. We're trying to help, people that are, less fortunate than us. And, we try to spread the positivity, turn the negatives to positives. That's what we do.
So.
You don't have to turn a negative to a positive. You just have to find the positive in everything, and then there's no negative.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah.
But we're in the Trump world, so
Yeah,
turn the negatives to the positive.
Don't live in fear of something that'll not fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm my bad. I just keep it real.
That's
man.
just how shit is
dude,
nowadays.
we
Dude,
try to
that's
keep
just
this
how
as
shit
real
is
as possible.
nowadays,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Seriously,
man.
Yeah.
I think Jose said something very funny the other day.
I said something funny.
Yeah, go figure. I think he's. Well, I mean, but it really happened to you, I guess, unless you're lying. But getting back to the point, I guess you said like something along the lines of like when you went out, your parents were like, "Be careful out there. There's cops."
Yeah. Yeah. Don't look out for gangs. Don't look out for fucking, people doing wrong. He's like, watch. He's like, be careful out there. There's cops out there,
Yeah,
Like,
you know what? Hey,
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, my parents told me